Hi, I'm Stefan Grober and I cover US presidential elections for Euronews. Today I want to talk about Pennsylvania. You've heard about these swing states. There are 7 of them. These are the states that will very probably swing the election and decide who will be in the White House as of January. As I said, there are 7 of them. The most important, the biggest one, is Pennsylvania with 19 electoral votes. How come this state is so important for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? Well, statistics show and the polls show that there is no way either candidate can win the election without Pennsylvania, although there are some mathematical alternatives, but it's very complicated if either candidate does not win Pennsylvania. So what are we talking about here? Pennsylvania is the 5th biggest state of the United States with 13 million people between the Great Lakes area in the center of the country and access to the Atlantic, one of the oldest states of the country. 13 million people, half of them live in the biggest city, Philadelphia and its suburbs. So the metro area of Philadelphia in the southeast of the state is of critical importance. Then there's another metro area in the westernmost part of the country, which is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia are the 2 biggest cities of the state. The rest is basically rural. There are 67 counties in Pennsylvania. Joe Biden 4 years ago only won 14 because these 14 counties are clustered around the big metro areas. And remember, Joe Biden carried the state in 2020. By the way, no Democratic candidate has ever become president since 1948 without carrying Pennsylvania. That gives you an idea of how important this state really is. Since 1992, Pennsylvania was part of the so-called Blue Wall. This is a string of northern states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, that always voted for the Democrats. And until 2016, when Donald Trump knocked this wall down by carrying all 3 of them with a razor-thin majority. Pennsylvania is important because it shows how the electorate has realigned over the past years on a national level. 70+% of the state are whites. The rest are Latinos and blacks, mostly centered in the big cities. The Democrats over the past few years have lost influence in Pennsylvania because the rural population has moved further to the right, as has the urban population. Speaking for them is the fact that the suburban population has moved slightly to the left. So you see there are competing movements here going on, and this is absolutely critical for the voter pattern. The Democrats need to rack up big numbers in the big cities and in the suburbs, and because they have no chance of winning the rural counties. This is where Donald Trump is dominating. But even if they manage to get better results in the rural area, this could already take Kamala Harris to the top. The latest polls suggest a very tight race with Trump and Harris being absolutely tight. We know that Kamala Harris is very strong with women, but has lost a little bit of support from blacks and Latinos, whereas Trump has lost a lot of influence and a lot of support from women. So all these things happen in other states as well, but here they really come to the core, and whoever wins Pennsylvania will certainly be the lucky one on election night.